Hey guys, welcome to Street Fighter Duel. Now this one is Street Fighter IP, obviously. It's actually an idle game, which I know some people may hate the idea of, but just bear with me for a sec. Also, if you want, I am going to be playing this game on my other channel, which I'll leave in the description. I've already put like a reroll guide / tier list thing out, and I'll definitely put some more content out because I thoroughly enjoy idle games personally. I know it's a bit weird, but stay with me for this one because if you do like Street Fighter and you're a little bit turned off at the fact that it's not a fighting game, I feel like this is a really well done idle game that you could still have some fun in. Now, the reason I say that is the way combat works. This is such a good combat system. I absolutely love it. I think it's like one of the best idle game combat systems because it's really one that rewards you for playing manually on certain situations, which is fantastic. The way it combos. We'll go through combat a bit deeper in a sec, but basically... Also, before we go any further, Street Fighter, I was always a Mortal Kombat person, so if I don't know characters' names and stuff, I do apologize. My limited knowledge of Street Fighter is pretty much Hadouken, and that's about it. So that's pretty much me, so I apologize to any Street Fighter lovers if I get anything wrong. But basically, if you've played AFK Arena, Mobile Legends Adventure, Eversol, idle games in general, you'll get this game. The core mechanics is literally launch day AFK Arena, plus added quality of life. And that's what this game is. And the reason I love this is when you compare this to something like Eversol, which is obviously really recent and it's an idle game, Eversol has such a massive daily grind loop because of the housing system and all that. Whereas this game, the daily grind loop is like, I reckon 5 to 10 minutes. Now, every second day you have a labyrinth mode, but the labyrinth mode is quick and easy, probably maybe 10 minutes max to do that. So that's what I love about this game, that it is idle in that you don't have to spend much time, but you can really push it and play around with the combat and do a bunch of other stuff as you go. So that's the first thing that I think is really good about it. Now, let's go through the features, because like I said, it's pretty much just AFK Arena, and we'll go through all the stuff that it has, but it's got a couple really cool things. Also, the aesthetic of it, when we go into summons, when we go into like the character screens, the menus, all just the aesthetic of these, I feel like it's so refreshing, and having an IP that's like a known IP that's pretty cool, and it's not just anime waifus. I mean, there's nothing wrong with anime waifus, but 90% of gotcha games are anime waifus, and it's just cool to get something a little bit different along the way. So when we look at modes in the game, we've got campaign. This is the thing you always just want to push. That's basic. There's not much to it. Campaign. But like I said, it's something you can always push, you can play around with, especially with the combat in this game. Then over here, we've got this is your labyrinth mode. You go node to node defeating enemies, you get through 3 floors, and you get some goodies along the way. Resets every 2 days. We've got the tower mode, endless tower mode. You just keep climbing the tower. You just basically play this alongside the campaign and try and push whichever one you're stuck on. This one's just bounties, daily dispatch missions. Not too stressed about that one. This is for events, so we haven't had this unlocked yet. And then we got global operation. Now this is one of those events that you get once you reach a certain stage, and you just have to do these once, then you're done. They're sort of, exploratory. They get harder as you go, but they give pretty good rewards. But the cool thing is you don't have to do it as soon as you unlock it. You just do it when you've got the spare time. So that is those are the modes over there. We have arena. This is 1v1 arena. I don't have any arena tickets left today, but 1v1 arena, your team versus their team, away you go. This will be 3v3 arena, and this will be top ranked players from the 3v3 arena going in here. Basically just basing this off AFK Arena. Could be a little bit wrong, but I'm probably not. EX moves we'll cover in a sec. When we look at combat, we got Awakening, we got Limit Break, which is your Resonating Crystal, where your top 4 level units go up the top, and then everyone else you put down the bottom here gets the level of the lowest one in there. The cool thing about this is you actually use 6 characters in your team, but you only have to level 4, which is really nice because most idle games have 5 up the top. So that's a really good quality of life in my opinion. And then we have the dojo. Like I said, compared to something like Eversol, this dojo is fine. All it does is as you level up and as you get further, you unlock passive rewards that you just click to unlock here. And the only thing you have to do in here daily is visit 3 friends, and you just literally it takes you to their dojo. You click on one character and they give you a reward, and you just do that 3 times. get the goodies. That's it. That is pretty much it, and that is all there is over there in training. And those are the core modes. But what else I wanted to look at is, for instance, when I was pushing my campaign, you know how often in other games you get like pop-up purchase packs? They still occur in this game. Oh yeah, and I'll show you Guild in a sec as well. But those pop-up packs still occur. However, sometimes you get a pop-up like I just got on this one, and it's like a challenge stage. So instead of a pack that you have to buy, it's a challenge that everyone can do, and you get some rewards. So I find that to be really cool, because now it's like, it's not just whales who get excited for progression. It's like, you know, you get these little random stages that give you some goodies, which is really cool. Now, something else they have is this online roulette. A lot of games do this. The longer you stay online, just leave it on an emulator or something like that, you get to spin this. Now, every day you get to spin all of these. So you're getting like 500 extra gems, an extra summon, and a bunch of other resources every day. Like, the generosity is pretty decent in this game. On top of that, every campaign stage I've cleared so far has given me 10 summons, which is also really nice. And we'll do some summons in a sec. But when we look at the guild, guilds are quite basic. You do some guild donations, and then you've got guild bosses that you can fight against. And then, you know, you got your guild shop that you buy some stuff out of. That's pretty much basic. It's very basic guild functionality. As we move on from that, now I think we'll take a look at the fighters themselves, have a look at the abilities, and then we'll go into combat. I'll show you combat, and then we'll pump into some summons. So let's go ahead and take a look at Poison over here. Gearing system, just like AFK Arena, whatever type of gear you're meant to use, you get that. You can equip that type of gear. There's no, you know, there's no random stats or anything like that. Maybe they've done something a little bit different, but not that I've seen so far. Then we look at the skills of each character. So each character is going to have a passive. For hers, crit damage when attacking male fighters is increased. And then we have 3 abilities. Now, the 2 abilities down the bottom, they can be either 1, 2, or 3. You can see she's got a 2 and a 3, and those are combos. And then each character has a super. So when you're in combat, you'll generate an energy gauge, and once it's full, you can choose one of your characters to use their super. Then after that, you can choose one of your characters to use a combo 1. Then one of your characters use a combo 2, then a combo 3. Now, the thing about this is, if you use the super, you can still use them in the combo abilities. However, if you use a combo ability from a character, you can't use another combo ability from the same character. So I couldn't use her as combo 2 and 3. I have to use separate characters for the 3 combo positions. But it's really cool the way this combat works. And even though there is auto, obviously, manual can really help you out, because not every situation you're going to want to perform the same combo, and you can get a lot of benefit out of playing manually. So let's jump over here into challenge. I'm kind of stuck in both tower and campaign at the moment, so unfortunately I won't be able to demonstrate this too well. But let's look at the battle screen. So first of all, down the bottom, we've got 4 units. 3 units are what come into battle, and the back unit here is going to be your substitute unit. So that if one of your other units die, that unit comes into combat. However, your substitute unit can still be used in your combos. They can't be used for the ultimate, the main ability, but they can be used in the combo, as you can see here. And then as we look past that, we go to the top units. Now, these are just stat sticks. You can see I attach her there and I attach him there. They get the extra stats to whoever they're joined to. Now, the cool thing that I really like about these stat stick units is a lot of idle games have the elemental advantage, like the elemental, whatever you want to call it, not just advantage, but the elemental combo thing where you get extra stats for using the same type. But because we have these 2 stat stick units, it makes it easy just to change your stat stick to be able to change your bonuses and then get what you want. So like, instead of having to use 4 like lightning units on my main team, like I could do something like this and this, and I've got 2 and 2, which normally doesn't get you a bonus, but because then I just do my 2 stat stick units to the right element, then away we go. We're good to go. So I think this system I really like, because it's less punishing for these types of systems. So it's pretty solid. Now, the next thing that we have is these, what I forgot what these are called, the fancy movie things, but you just unlock these over time. The EX moves, and they basically extra abilities that you use in combat that have a really long cooldown. So that is pretty much all there is to combat, but like I said, it feels quite nice. Now, when we jump into combat here, we can put it on 1x speed and we can put it on manual if we want. And as you can see, we go into combat, and now we got this energy gauge in the bottom right filling up. And as that fills up, we're gonna wanna use an ability when we get it. So I'm gonna wanna use heal here because we're getting pretty low. So I'm gonna use my heal, and then we can use the combos. And then I can go with you for combo 2, and then I can go with her for combo 3. And you can see then we can pull off our combos. Like I said, it takes a bit of getting used to. You have to play it on 1x speed if you want to manual this stuff. But in general, I've been finding it quite nice. And as you can see, these guys are just absolutely clapping me. So we can do that. And now we're just pretty much boned. So you get the idea. But once again, you can put it on auto, you can put it on 4x speed, and away you go. Also, I forgot to use my other ability. So I forgot to use my EX skill. That probably cost me. So when you're playing on manual, you've really got to consider things because the EX skill is behind my head there. So I didn't even manually click that. I wish you could put that on auto maybe. Nah, but yeah, in general, like I said, the combat's pretty cool, and believe it or not, you could keybind this pretty nicely for a bit of fun. Like just to keep, like even if you just do a basic keybind the EX skill, so you don't have to drag your mouse across. But in general, I find the combat really quite solid in this game. For an idle game, it's like honestly the best combat I've seen. Like it's. Like I said, it's a bit of fun. So that pretty much covers combat. That covers all the modes in the game and all that stuff. Now, let's jump in and finish it off with some summons because I need to do some summons, at least get some fodder anyway. Hopefully get some good units. I've done pretty decent on my pulls so far. But like I said, they give you a lot of free pulls, which is quite nice. Let's go to the... Do we have any factions? No, let's go to the standard recruit. And it's standard AFK numbers. It's 300 for a single pull or 2,700 for a 10 pull. And that's basically it. As you progress, you'll get extra rewards along the way. And as you can see, I've done 67 summons so far. Once I get to 100, I do get the wish list that we can unlock as well. So we can actually target units that we really want. So let's go ahead and let's get drawn. So let's go. What are we getting? It always goes into the middle to the question mark. And so this is a no epic hero. Yeah, that was a bad pull. That was nothing. The animation is a bit different when you get something good. Also, you can share it, but you know, I can't be bothered because sometimes the emulator crashes. So let's go again. Okay, so this is the animation, I think, for a good unit. Yeah. It's a little bit different, but it's subtle. It's hard to tell. What do we got? Yun. I don't really have any interest in using Yun at the moment. Oh, we got another one. Okay. We got, oh no, we got a dupe of him. He's another one I'm not using, but maybe I can start looking at using those elements. Let's go and confirm. Now, where are we at? We're at 87 pulls. So I'll do one more 10 pull and then I'll wait for 3 singles so I can probably set up my wish list because, you know. We want to target exactly what we need, but here we go. That is a bad pull. That's got nothing in it, I don't think. Yeah, it's very subtle, the difference on the pulls, but it is something nonetheless. So I haven't paid attention to this because I've pretty much on basically at least every second 10 pull I've got one of these. Now AFK Arena has a system where every 30 pulls you're guaranteed to get you know, a purple character. I'm not sure if this has the same because I haven't had bad enough rates to check that. So I'm hoping if I did another 10 pull and got nothing, it would then say guaranteed A. If not, then it doesn't have that system. I couldn't see anything in the info about a pity, so maybe it doesn't have it. But in general, your rates are going to be, what was it, 4.61% at them, which isn't too bad overall. Or, you know what, 3 more summons. Once we get to that 100, we're going to get that. I'm tempted to do these pulls and just waste the extra like 90. Yeah, let's do 3 singles. Let's do 3 singles. This is a waste, but I want to get there now so we can get that card. Oh, is this a good one? No, it's not. Like I said, it's really tough to tell the difference between the pull animations. Nothing. Okay. All right, so we got that. Let's go to our bag. Okay, so now I'll do my wish list later. We're not too stressed about that. What's the 200 thing? Recruit 200 times effect. Use standard function 200 times effect. If the wish list is full, you're guaranteed to obtain fighter wish list. Okay, so I guess the way it means is at the base level of wish list, once we've done 100 summons, it just increases the rate. But then once you get to 200 summons, it guarantees them. I believe that's what this is saying. So let's go over to, not the shop, let's go to the bag and let's pop this bad boy. We get to choose a faction. I'm between lightning and fire. Yeah, I'm using more lightning units, so let's just do that. Nice, got another dupe for my healer. That brings me to 3 copies of my healer. So 1 more and I can get her well ascended. But anyway, guys, that is Street Fighter Duel. Something a bit different. I think it's worth a try personally, but if you really hate idle games, it's probably not going to change your mind. But, you know, it's Street Fighter IP. It's a really fun combat. And yeah, pretty cool game in general. Once again, if you want to check it out, I am playing it on my other channel, which I'll leave link in the description. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.